let's talk about hip slides and hip sways. What I want you to do, let's take a step back, okay? And I want you to just open your feet and shift your weight from side to side. Just like if you were standing waiting for somebody, okay? Feel that? Now you feel if I'm going to my left, your right, my right knee is going to bend, my left knee straightens. Okay, this is just a stance, a normal everyday stance, and this leg is locked. I don't want you to lock your legs in your dance. Remember, we're in home position. Our feet are going to be together or hip width apart, no further. Our knees are soft. Our pelvis is tucked, like we have a weight hanging from our tailbone. Okay, that gets the weight off of the front of our pelvis, so our hips have room to move, and it makes us a little bit more stable to boot, gives us freedom of movement. My arms are up in tabletop. We're not going to worry about arms right now. The chest is lifted, shoulders are down and back. This is a really deep knee bend, and you can't dance like this, incidentally. Okay, we'll probably do just a soft bend is good enough. So, home position. Our feet are wide now. That where have you been sort of stance. We're going to take that, okay, and we're just going to feel what muscles are working. In order to do this, your inner thigh muscles are working. This is, I believe, your adductor longus runs inside here, as well as your gracilis, I believe it's called, runs in here. This runs from your pubic bone down your femur. And that tightens and it pulls your body over. Now when that happens, your leg straightens, right? And it pushes your hip up, just automatically, all right? What we want to do, okay, is from our home position, so our knees are soft, slide that hip out and don't let that leg straighten, okay? So these inner thigh muscles are pulling the hip over, okay? But we're not allowing this leg to straighten. So that means these outer muscles here, your IT band, your outer hamstrings, I think a little quads are going to work, but your IT band mostly runs along the outside of your leg. It's a whole bunch of stuff that goes down in there. Okay, that's got to activate to keep this hip pulled down and this knee from bending, or from straightening, I should say. So your knee stays bent. So if we do the other side, keep that knee bent. Okay, don't let it straighten. This also requires that you let go of your obliques right here. These obliques are not activating. Go the other way. Inner thighs working. And the IT band is working. Keep that hip pulled down at the same time. Okay? So let's just sway like this. Keep those knees bent. Okay? Now you notice my hip bones are pretty much staying parallel to the floor. Okay? And your wide stance is a little harder than when your feet are together. Alright? So this is a hip slide. The only difference when we're dancing is that we do this with our feet together. So keep sliding and just bring your feet together. Slide, slide. What will happen is your inner thigh muscle is still working, so slide over. Inner thighs are still working. You may not really notice that they're working because it's such an automatic sort of everyday kind of move. It doesn't require a lot of effort to do that because you use these muscles all the time anyway. So these muscles are working, your IT band is working, you're going to feel that probably out here and down, right along the outside of your leg, okay, maybe a little bit behind the knee, okay. This knee is still bent. I've slid over, this knee is bent, okay, I'm not letting that hip come up. This oblique is long, all right, and when your feet are together, you're going to feel this oblique stretch out more, okay, than when your feet were wide apart, right. So let's try on the other side. Same thing, long oblique, inner thighs activated, outer IT bands activated as well. Slide, 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 slide. Now remember to keep that slight tuck in your pelvis, okay? Because here, if you don't have that tuck, you're gonna feel a crunch in your low back. You're gonna feel some pain back here, some pressure. If you feel that, tuck under a little bit more. You may not look like you have a straight back. If you're sway back at all, you're still gonna look like this. The important thing is that you don't feel any pressure back here, okay? Right, left, right, left, okay? If you still don't have this, go back to a wide leg, Start from that okay? Remember the everyday, where have you been sort of pose? Your leg is straight, okay? We turn into a hip slide, okay, hip slide. That leg stays bent. Notice my hip does not come up. Bend, bend, bend the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee. Bring the feet together, bend the knee, bend the knee. Keep those knees bent, bend the knee, bend the knee. Now really try and put those feet all the way together. Plaster those thighs together. Okay, you don't have to keep your feet this close together, but if you can work towards it, that's good, because the closer you can have your feet together, the more curvy you're going to look. Okay, and the more pronounced these hip movements are going to be. Okay, so those are hip slides. I'm going to turn around and do them from the back, so you can see it from behind. I'm afraid I don't have mirrors in here, and you may not be able to hear me as well, because I'm turned around. All right. Starting from where have you been stance? Where have you been? Leg is straight, my knee is locked. You know that's not a good thing to do. We're not doing that in dance. It's just everyday pose. Where have you been? Where have you been? Okay, now bend the knee. Keep it with the knee bend. Bring the feet together. Feet together. Keep the knees bent. Okay? You can walk it a little bit if you want. Okay? Alright, so this is a hip slide. Now, to turn this into a hip sway, it's very easy. Hip slide to one side, and as you're going over to the other side, just bend the knees more. Okay? Bend the knees more. When you come up, don't straighten that leg all the way, leave it bent, so the hip only comes out to this way. So you're not going, your hips are not passing this line right here. Sway. Sway. Now, this is a movement where your head will go up and down because you're changing your whole body level. Okay? So your head will go up and down. You're not going to be able to isolate. The isolated version of this is the hip slide. The sway is a purposeful level change. All the hip sway is a hip slide with a level change. Hip sway, just bend the knees. So in the middle, bend the knees. In the middle, bend the knees. In the middle, bend the knees. Okay? Alright. And there's your hip sway.